Alright, I kind of wanted to give you guys a rundown on the basics of this game and give you some in-depth and, some kind of, like, tips based on what I've been playing and whatnot. Down here, damn Hunger Corpse.
Even death gives no
Oh, hey,
solace in
that's
this
the first time I actually
tortured
got
land.
something else besides a gem. That's pretty fucking cool. Alright, basically, how gems work is you take them and you put them in these sockets, and they'll give you, like, separate abilities, like this one's Glacial Hammer, which is right here on my skill bar. And it's on right click right now because it's kind of hard to see from like this area, but you'd figure right click would be right there. And they also have middle click for abilities, and basically you would just go and either shift right click or go up and right click something, and you'll do the facial hammer smack on them, which is pretty neat. I usually only save this for like bosses because like the extra damage isn't really needed, and it kind of takes a bit of like, you see like a little wind up time compared to like the normal animation for your attack. God, Templar starts off like really getting his ass kicked. I don't know if it's just a Templar though. Like it could be. I haven't played a Marauder in a while. Maybe it's just the default league. Cause like I've only played in Legacy, so let me bring my. Damn it, where's my map button? Isn't M the no tab is? I'm an idiot. Alright. Skill gems also level up as you kill things. You don't ever have to use the skill. You can just sit here and just left click your way to victory. You don't need to use the skill in order for it to get experience. It gets experience based off what you kill. Superior Rusted Sword, sweet. 5 to 8, 5 to 8, 4 to 9. Then again, it gives me 10% increased elemental damage. It's kind of good when I actually want to use my Glacial Hammer. Blessed Orb, holy shit, are you serious? Wow. Alright, what this does is it takes what you currently have, like say like you have something that gives you like extra 20 to like 50 damage. It just takes those variables and randomizes them even further. So like you could probably get something better, you could probably get something way worse. It's kind of just like whatever you feel like gambling with. What's really good for is like if you find something that's kind of good but not where you want it to be, or it's like something that you want it to be like a certain spot and it's kind of low, you can try and gamble with that and see if you get some good variables. Maybe you get like something with like 1% like magic find or like magic quality. Oh, that's another thing I should mention. They don't just have magic find. There's magic quantity and quality. Basically, the one obviously determines how many magical items drop, and the other one determines how strong they are, or how strong they can be increased and whatnot. So yeah, like the more you have and more of the other, the better off you are getting better items and such. Let's see here, what else should I go over? Oh, I don't have like, I could probably open the skill panel, but I'll wait till I level up. Honestly, it's a really good game. People say combat's kind of sluggish, and really, I feel it's more sluggish for range than it is for melee. Like, melee kind of has it pretty nice, but, like, range is pretty bad. I've seen how bad it can get for range. Alright, we're gonna look at the skill thing. Pretty much, yeah, this is the whole entire thing. You're not gonna be able to fill out every little thing, so don't bother. Templar starts off on this side. Witch starts off here. Ranger starts off here. Marauder starts off here. Shadow starts off here, and Duelist starts off here. And I don't know what this middle part is. I don't think I've even gotten close to that. Like, I would have to branch out here, go down here, and then go down through here. No, wait, I think I have. Yeah, I think I've been through here on my Marauder one time, and I was just like going through here and getting like increased physical damage and more strength and all that other nonsense. Or I went somewhere else, I don't remember fully. But yeah, basically I can get mana regen or 12% increased physical damage. So it depends like what you want to go. Do you want to be more of a caster type Templar, or do you want to be more like a melee Templar, which is what this side is. and then like you can like mix and match if you want. But I'm more of a Elite fanatic. I just wanted to try out Templar to see what kind of like things it had, because I already have a high level Marauder, so it'd be no point playing that all over again. Alright, basically how these allocations go. If you see something with like 10% melee physical, or like for like a certain type of weapon like one hand or two hand, it's pretty much the same thing as having 10 strength. Every point of strength, it's pretty much like Diablo 3. Every point of strength is an increase of 1% in damage. So, if you're trying to decide between strength and physical damage, they're pretty much the same thing in damage. The only difference is strength is what's required on gear. So like, if you like have a decent amount of strength and you've been pretty good for a while in your level range, you don't feel like getting more and just want to get flat out damage, then feel free to. Unless it's like something like for like only a specific weapon type, then you kind of want to just go and spec into strength. But really, I've been more of a two-hand fan when it comes to games like this, because like two hands usually have more reach. They have like just more flat-out damage outputs. You know, to sit there and like swing at something for too long to, you know, actually be competitive and, you know, actually, you know, do something to your enemies. You kind of just get in, get out, beat some ass, all other fun stuff. But sometimes I do dual wield. It depends on what I feel like doing. What else to go? Okay, basic. Alright, now you can level up your gems here, or you can go to your inventory and level them up down here. When you level them up, it increases their overall efficiency, their mana costs, and it increases their not increases, but basically, yeah, requirements. You have certain gems require certain things, obviously by their colors. Green will require more dexterity, reds will require more strength, and blue will require more intelligence. So when you level this up, you're taking kind of like a risk in a way. Like if you have gear that increases your stats, and you end up replacing it, but you leveled up this gem before then, you pretty much, that gem will just instantly fall out of your gem slot, and you can't use it at all. So it's better to like not level it up to play it safe, just make sure you don't like replace the item for a while, then maybe upgrade it, or maybe like, you know, have some backup in case like you do upgrade. But other than that, like, that's why it's optional and like the game doesn't force it upon you, because it's kind of stupid for it to be forced upon you and have you screwed over in the end and not have a choice in what you want to do with your gem. So, you know, it's just a safe thing to do, and it's the best thing to do. I'm gonna go level it up though. Oh, and another thing, you can look at the DPS your main attack, default attack does, and your DPS that your skills do. So like this right now is at 11.8 DPS, and it, like, oh hey, that gives you more detail. Well, I think it's always been like that. I just don't dual wield. Like I don't think it's given you like what your main hand and offhand do on it. It's been a while since I last played. I should probably. I hate these guys. It's like they're so fucking hard. I guess it's only with the map one, but even still, like, it's just so hard to click, and like you have to click at a certain spot, and like you can't just like kind of hang off. Whoa, lag. I haven't experienced that kind of fucking teleporting in a while. But yeah, like melee's kind of spot on in my opinion. When you swing, it feels like you hit things, and oh hey, Chaos Orb. Reforges an item with new random prop, a rare item with new rare prop. So like, say you get a rare item, you know, it's something you don't really want. Okay, this has more recovery speed, and you get 20% additional freaking resistance. So you want something like, let's say like you fight someone who's casting fire at you, or you know, ice and whatnot. Just want some extra resistance, just pop the flash, just for the hell of it. I mean, even if you don't use that much mana, might as well. It gives you that much resistance for during it. Shit, so you kind of want to just burn mana first. You want to just like shift right click and fucking hit 4, and then bam, you're on your way to victory. For a little bit, until you fill up a mana, and you're like, God, I gotta spend all that mana again. It's just a matter of God, what you feel like doing. But yeah, like Flask can have special properties that you just seen, and as you use them, they have like certain charges, and they use like think it's 10 charges per? No, 7 charges. It depends on the quality and whatnot and how much they use. But yeah, freaking map back. They have certain charges, and the charges go up not as you're in combat, but as you kill things. You have to kill things for these to recharge. So you can't just swing on something hoping it'll recharge and it'll swing. No, you gotta go out and like maybe kill something around it, and so on and so forth. Alright, this is Hillock, the first like kind of boss guy you fight. He just has like additional life and kind of wails on you. I'm just like, pop slow, and then pop.
Just spend.
And this class. It's kind of empty now. I'll just keep swinging as much as I can. It takes a little bit to go down. Like, he's a lot harder than I remember. Before, like, I could just stand on him and not have to use anything. Like, it seems like they've increased the difficulty a little bit. Alright, pretty much how the different armor types go is some will have flat out armor, some will have energy shields, like these two do, and there's none on here, but I don't have a piece of it yet, but there's some armor will have evasion rating. Pretty much, like, evasion rating is more focused around dexterity. You kind of want to dodge a lot and stuff like that. You don't really want to get hit, but the downside to that is when you actually do, you're kind of fucked. Flat out armor, obviously, reduces the damage you take. Now, energy shields. It's like, same thing as your HP bar, but when it depletes, it can recharge after a while. I think you have to be out of combat for it to do it. So, yeah. Oh, that's a fucking awesome thing. Too bad I need dexterity for it. 5-8, 5-8. I could identify that, but it's not really worth it. It's a fucking dagger. But so like, it's more so good for casters because casters aren't really in the fray too much. So like, you can take a few hits and then run out, let it recharge a little bit. You know, cast some spells while you're kiting, and then go from there. So energy shields are really nice if you just want to kind of be out of combat. You can even use them as a ranger if you want. I mean, really, it doesn't really matter. It's more of what you feel like doing. What else haven't I gone over yet? Poopy. Oh yeah, not only is like, there's separate gem slots, but they can be linked together. And basically what you do is you take one gem, and you put a support gem with it, and it'll give it, the support gem will give it special things like extra fire damage on use of the ability, so on and so forth. It can be like a passive thing, or an active thing, or all that other nonsense. Yeah. So I already told you what Chaos Orb did. There's nothing really great about these items. I don't feel like going tanky, so I'm not gonna bother with the shields.
Welcome to our home away from home, for what it's worth. Lionel's watch isn't much.
I'm not gonna bother going through the voice acting. What this game could use though, it's my only gripe with it. If it needs like a shift right click or a shift click. Oh hey, control click works. Hey, what do you know? Figured it out. Alright! So whenever you have trouble with fucking wanting to click through things, you can just control left click. So that's good to have that system. And what you get is, instead of like money and stuff, you get freaking stuff in return, like little components and, you know, scroll wisdom, scroll teleports. I forgot what gives you teleport scrolls, but I think it's mostly wisdoms and transmutation shards. And then it goes from there. And that was my Skype, sorry. I'm gonna pause this for now. Alright, time to go over some more things. I left off with the component stuff. Okay, so pretty much different quality items will give you different things from her as far as components go. Blues will usually give you transmutations, but I think also like the rare stuff, kind of like rings and belts and flasks, give you different things, but I could be wrong. But what I want to do is, well, what the hell? Oh, I didn't realize there was that many people there. I thought that they all just teleported in, like someone just beating them down from space. But, yeah, pretty much how your loot priority wants to go is when you see flasks, rings, belts, necklaces, yeah, pretty much any one of those four. I think there might be a fifth, but I can't remember. Any one of those four is pretty much your top priority when it comes to filling up your inventory, because what you want in this game is more so a lot of different items. It's not so much picking and choosing like in Diablo 2. Diablo 2, I've made most of my money selling throwing knives and crap like that. I don't know if it's been nerfed since like the game first started. Like throwing knives and a couple other items that were like just small inventory space, but they gave you like a crap ton of money. Like you usually made 400, 500 gold just off of one set of throwing knives. That could be whatever fucking quality, it didn't matter. And that was my tactic to make gold, was either getting blues, certain blues, not so much all the blues. Because all the blues, like, you can get like a little stupid jerkin with like, you know, it could be blue and it only sell for like 20 gold. It wouldn't be worth shit, and you wasted fucking 80 gold identify scroll. Or as well as 100, I think, town portals were 80. But yeah, pretty much you want as much as possible. So, you want to prioritize rings, flasks, belts, and amulets. And then, if you don't really find those, your second priority would be anything with a 1-3 slot. Because, like, other people would normally go, like, my other tactic used to be, was I'd grab anything within, like, a 4 square. Because that way to get the most would be, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 items. But if you get a set of 3s, and instead of, like, 4s, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it'll be like down here, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 you can fill it all out, which you probably won't because of, you know, scrolls and all that nonsense, but it gives you a lot more. It gives you like 6 more items that you can spend, and so on and so forth. Let me, freaking look through her items. Let me see if I can find an Orb of Transmutation. Alright. An Orb of Transmutation upgrades a magic item into a normal item, and it'll give random properties and all that nonsense, you know, good stuff. This one adds in a random property on top of an additional, like, item. So, like, if you have, like, something's magical and only has, like, I don't have anything magical right now, but like say like it only had like one thing on this, like this has like +2 strength. Basically, I would add an additional property onto it, and I think you can only add on to something with only 2 things on it. I don't think you can add on, I mean 1 thing on it. I don't think you can put it on something with 2 things and get 3 things. 3 things and get 1. I'm pretty sure it's not like that, but I could be wrong. As you can see, like this costs like Scroll of Wisdom, this costs, you know, you trade these in to like buy certain things, which most of the time really isn't worth it unless you find, what are those rings called? I can't remember the name of them. Like there's certain rings and they're like magifying rings, and you definitely want to get those. This one takes a magic item and reforges all the properties, you know, more randomization, cool rings. I probably won't find the rings until like the next act anyways. Or like the next town, but which usually is the next act, I think. And then like you have like all this random stuff, shit. You have like sasses that normally just increase damage, and you have like energy shield ones, and so on and so forth. And then it's like flask. But yeah. Let me I can't remember if I can, but I think I could sell these too. What does this give me? Oh, it's just, yeah, no, you don't ever want to do that. Okay. Yeah, you don't ever want to do that. Can't think. What haven't I gotten over yet? Giving you my little tip for how I accompany a lot of items. But yeah, you basically want to find that balance between transmutation and scroll wisdoms. You don't want to have too much of one or the other. If you have too much of the scroll wisdoms, well, not actually, you know, scroll wisdoms is always good. But if you don't have like enough transmutations, like say like you get like a club, you know, that's normal, and it's kind of like higher than what you have currently. It probably would be better, you know, you can upgrade it to a magic item. But the ones you really want to keep, there are these orbs that will transfer a normal item into a rare. think it's rare and then unique. And then, like, you can just screw around with that if you want. Which is really good. Like, I used to take that all the time. I used to get, like, these jade hatchets, and I used to go and take them and turn them into rares and see if they're better than the rare I had. And so on, and, you know, all that good stuff. See, they had better gem slots, and had link slots. You know, there's gems that can change up the link slots, they can change, like, colors, they can change how they're arranged, and all other nonsense. They pretty much have everything covered in this game. I don't remember if there's a full skill reset, but there are certain gems that'll make you go back a skill. Like, you can refund the previous skill and then put it somewhere else in case you didn't like really want to put it there. So like that's about as far as I know how far back you can go on your mistakes. What else is there? I think there's also gems that add skill points, but I'm not certain. So like what you want to do with skill points is you kind of want to plan yourself ahead by like 10 levels, because like I said, you're not going to fill this entire thing out, so you want to get familiar with the level cap and see what you can do and like plan out where you want to go to get the most out of your levels. Like for me, I'm probably going to go down, this is 20 dexterity, I thought it was 20 strength. Oh, this one's 20 strength, but it's like with one-handed and this one's with two-handed. So pretty much, if you want to go and get like more tankiness, this would be like the tree for you. Elemental damage and weapons, that's always fun. Increased armor, yeah, this is pretty much like the tanky side. This is like caster side, tanky side, and this is more like the DPS side. Well, there's still some tanky stuff here. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just two-handed weapon and stun. This is like dexterity stuff for whatever reason. Staves. I've seen some pretty kick-ass staves, and like it always pissed me off when I couldn't use them. So this is like dexterity, strength, more HP and armor, damage with maces, it's like a mace spec. So like, if you kind of want to go with like generalized, like and not be like, you know, potent in just one area, you kind of just want to go down the strength thing. Like, this seems like it's just accuracy and crap with staves and crap with auras and, you know, resistance and like, yeah, so like, you want to kind of go down here for a while. And yeah, they don't really have anything too good with like general specting. There's like no general damage, usually it's like one hand or two hands or staves. Like it's kind of almost too mixed in, but they are a high grade class, so you gotta figure that out. So like you go down here, this is like the maces. This is, whoa, your hits can't be evaded, but you never get critical strikes. That's kind of like a 50-50 thing. Like, you want to never have misses, but never crit. I don't know why you would do that, because crits are pretty fucking sexy. Yeah, you have to go down pretty far just from generalization. And it doesn't seem like you get too much. Ooh, 1% of physical attack damage. 2 life gain. Each enemy hit. Enemies cannot leech mana from you, which is really good. You don't want to run out of mana because those assholes like to leech you. Like, you kind of want to get some of these, like, bigger ones, because, you know, they'll give you, like, bigger boosts. But, like, at the same time, like, I'm not seeing them, like, being good for, like, my kind of generalization of just overall damage output. That's a nice regen right there. Like, I have to take a lot of levels to get over there. No, wait, no. That's like... No, I'm not here. I'm, like, here. Yeah, that's, like, a lot of levels. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out as I go. Like, this is like maces, this is axes. Yeah, I'll probably like go down here, and then as I get more settled with two hand or one hand, I'll go up through here. And like, you know, get the extra damage. Because like this right here, and this is pretty good. Like it gives you extra strength and then extra damage, but you kind of have to like lose out from like 8% damage overall by specking straight into strength. So it's not too bad, but not too good. I see they kind of made like backdooring kind of easier. Like before, I'm pretty sure like if they wouldn't have something go up into here, like it would No, maybe it doesn't go up. But they did say, like, backdooring was kind of easier, so, like, you didn't have to go and blow through all this crap just to get anything you want. Like, you can go down through here, get this one point, get this, come back down, you know, so on and so forth, or come up through here, get this point, and, you know, get two-man, all that other jazz. But yeah, like, if this was Marauder, I'd fucking have easy-ass choices. Just, like, Marauder's down here, and then it's like strength or physical, and it's accuracy, and then, like, you know, yeah, and then, like, you could probably go down here, get some attack speed, damage, and then go into butchery, but I don't know how if you could actually do that, but it's probably something you can do. And if you can't do it, I'm sorry that you wasted your points for nothing. But yeah, that's enough talk about that. Okay, that's skills in a nutshell. Poopy. What else can I do? I can't really go over much else further. I went over armor types, I went over what they did. I went over frickin' skills, kills gems, and supports, the link gems, orbs, and all the other fancy stuff they did, how the trade system works. Well, not trade system, but barter system. Showed you that pretty much selling blessed orbs and shit isn't worth it. Well, these obviously are quests, which, like, you go and talk to this guy, yeah, whatever, I had no idea to get the messages. And then you hit U, and it'll, like, bring up this map. These are unexplored areas. When you click on the quest, like, see, like, it'll go like that, and it'll tell you where you have to go to get to that quest. So, like, if you want to, it's like, well, pretend, like, you know, there's a thing branched out here, and so, like, if you don't want to go into that quest right away, you can go up here and explore a little bit, you know, get some extra levels, kill some things, get some extra loot, which is what I love doing. And then you can go and do the quest, and so on and so forth. So, like, you know, you kind of get some way of exploring.
Fine work with Hillock.
Alright, these are like quest rewards. You choose one reward, obviously, it seems that so. So, like, right here would be Cloud Slam, this would be Ice Nova, this would be Spark. Spark I don't like because it's random, and it doesn't, you don't really get all the projectiles out of it, so it's not really good. Ice Nova is pretty awesome. You're surrounded by things, you kind of just want to do AoE damage. Ground Slam is kind of like the same thing, but I don't really like Ground Slam. It's kind of good, but kind of sucks. But at the same time, I won't be able to level up this Nova too much unless I start specking in it. Whoa, why, like, my Fraps is like taking a giant poop. It's somewhat fixing itself, but not really. Why is it crapping so much? Like, is there too many people in town? What the fuck am I loading? It's like destroying my fucking Fraps. This is what I hate about Fraps sometimes. They just, like, does this crap. Alright, maybe... Okay, yeah, that fixed it.
My nightmares, they were prophecy.
Oh, yeah, I put some voice acting into, like, coming out here. It kind of reminds me of Diablo 2 when, like, you go into the cavern and he's all like, blah, 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 the evil stains this place. And, it's still kind of pooping. Damn it, stop it. Okay. I'm just gonna stand still from now on. I'm not gonna move, I'm not gonna do anything. Alright. So basically this does have some DPS on it, but it's not really worth it. It's... And it goes like that far. Look at it, it looks like... It's like, It's just not really worth it in my opinion. I just got it anyways because I know I won't be able to level up Frost Nova that much. But like, it's just overall not worth it. And it's crapping again. Stop. Fix yourself, fool. But yeah, okay, so that's done. Quest rewards are pretty much solved. This is like the options and all this other nonsense. You can like hide things and do all kind of crap. Doesn't really matter. Right now I'm hiding general chat and trade chat so like this doesn't get flooded with it. That's why all you see is like set up weaponry inventory. Like I don't even bother with weapon swaps. Like to me that's just stupid. I don't care for swapping weapons. But like what you could do if you're running out of inventory space and want to be like, you know, a total hoarder, you can just put 2 separate weapons, you know, or like a bow and quiver or whatever. And just put those in there and then bam, there you go. You have like 2 more slots of inventory space. Use it well. Total of 20 items. provided I don't go and do the frickin' math for flask and belt and coral rings and all that nonsense. I don't feel like number crunching that much. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I can go into detail on. I mean, other than that, it's pretty much stuff allocated on your gear, like, you know, percent chance to cast such and such, and so on and so forth. Actually, I don't know. No, it does. I think I've had a percent chance to cast like a meteor thing on one of my two-handed weapons of my Marauder one time, but I might be wrong about that. But you know, if it did have it, it'd be more of a success for Diablo 2. Because that's what pissed me off about Diablo 3 is when they took that stuff out and, you know, did everything else wrong with Diablo 3 that they did. But yeah, overall, this game is really good. It's definitely stable enough to go into open beta. You know, there's only a few things, some people have issues with it. I feel like range combat needs a little bit of tweaking. Not twinking. Tweaking. And freaking... It needs, like... It needs to be more responsive. Like, range is not responsive at all. When you go and shoot something, like, it takes a little bit, and it shoots off of them, and, like, it doesn't shoot where you want it to go. It needs some serious tweaking. What other gripes do I have? Oh, first boss is a dick. Unless they've nerfed her, when I haven't like checked up on the patch notes in a while, so I'm kind of behind on the patch notes, but I read like the recent ones since like the last couple updates. But they might have nerfed her, but I'm not too sure. Like I was fighting her, my Marauder, swear to God, freeze you in place. Ice wave, ice wave, ice wave, ice wave, freeze you in place, ice wave, ice wave. It was a fucking bitch fighting that cunt. I could not stand fighting her. But yeah, first boss, definitely a gripe with her. Second boss is kind of overpowered, but not really. Like, he fucking hurts, but you can kind of work your way around him. But first boss, freeze in place, ice wave, ice wave. Oh my fucking God, I hate freeze. It's like, if there's any element in the game I hate, it's ice. It pisses me off in Skyrim, it pisses me off in this game, it pisses me off in a lot of games, because I don't like playing range. So like when something's freezing me in place and going, "Law, I'm gonna beat you up like a little freaking defenseless baby," I'm just like, well, fuck you, man. But yeah, that's enough ranting about that shit, and I'll let you guys go. Take care, have fun. Hopefully this stuff helped you in some way in Path of Exile. Maybe it did, maybe it was stuff you already knew and you thought you could find something, you know, that you didn't know, but you didn't, and you're kind of disappointed. I'm sorry if that's the case, but I try to, you know, do this for like general knowledge and help out these people out as I can. And freaking, that was my Skype again, I'm sorry. But yeah, take care, have fun, enjoy the game. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it's a nice change of pace from all the cartoony stuff that's come out. But honestly, Torchlight 2 was really good, so I cut slack for Torchlight 2. But yeah, take care, peace.